All praise and great glory to the mighty, mighty, mighty Most High, the existing one and only one of our fathers. In the book of Amos, communicates sin and judgment. 3 sins represent fullness of completeness. 4 represents an overflow or a sin that is tipping the point for the Most High's judgment. And we all know that the word sin or transgressions refers to rebellion. Shalom, Israel. This is your brother, Brother Deshaun, coming at you one more again with a lesson. What were the children of Israel doing inside the walls of Jerusalem when they were surrounded by those 10 nations as referenced in Psalm 83? Israel was in there breaking the brotherly covenant when the northern and the southern kingdom were at war, tearing up each other's water and other provisions. You know, the Most High will not only have the children of Israel, who he holds to a high regard, fully responsible for their transgressions, but also the other nations. From the Garden of Eden, the command was for those up there to bow down before man. And we all know that the deceiver and his children refused to do so. But when the Most High gives a command, like it or not, eventually it will come to fruition. This is on breaking the brotherly covenant. But first, we're going to do some shout outs. Shout out to Joseph Jones. Much love, beloved brother. Shout out to Amina Israel. Much love, royalty. Sister April. Much love to you also, royalty. Wild Williams. Keep on keeping on, brother. All praise to the mighty Most High. Hazel Wood. Much love, sister. Brother Jay. My brother. Much love. And Brother Koopy. Much love to you, my brother. You know, like I stated before, it's a blessing to be able to converse with my beloved people, the children of Israel. We almost out of here, but the intent of this lesson, for the most part, is that we do not harbor any type of hatred. The nations of this world, mainly Edom, because the Most High has a huge beef with Edom and Tyre. Edom will be utterly destroyed because of the continual, perpetual hatred and pursuing of the blood of their brother, which is Israel. Deuteronomy 23:7. Thou shalt not harbor or abhor, excuse me. Let's do that again. Deuteronomy 23:7. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou wast a stranger in his land. I got some huge owl out there just tagging the mess out of these rabbits. Poor things. But Brother Deshaun's chickens that he was blessed with, they're secure. All praise to the Most High. But yeah, if you hear a rabbit screaming in the background, sorry. Still kind of warm. So I got the screen door open and some windows open. Anyway, Leviticus 19:18. Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against any one among your people. He's talking about Israel. We're in this hellacious captivity because he spoke to us only. His nation is Israel. And no other nation has the right to teach from our books. They definitely don't have the right to teach us shit. Again, Leviticus 19:18. It was a part of our curses, when we got here, that he put us under these nations. And these nations that continue to keep their foot on our necks, they will not let up because of their pride. And the Most High will destroy the power of their pride. And we all know what else is coming. Again, Leviticus 19:18. Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against anyone among your people, but love your brother as yourself. I am the Lord. Precept to that, Mark 12:13. The second is this. The second what? Commandment. Love your brother as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these. All praise to the mighty Most High. Deuteronomy 23:7. Do not despise an Edomite, for the Edomites are related to you. Esau and Jacob, Cain and Abel. Do not despise an Egyptian because you resided as foreigners in their countries. We read that, but it's a different version. The God of Israel has a huge beef with Edom and the other nations for their continual, perpetual hatred of the children of Israel. There's going to be a remnant of us and some of these other nations. There's going to be a remnant of them that are going to be servants and handmaids. But not all nations that have had a perpetual hatred towards us are going to be so blessed. Exodus 17:8-15. The Amalekites, the Amalekites came and attacked the Israelites at Rephidim. Okay, this is when the children of Israel were on their way. They were going to, the next stop that they were going to have was going to be where they got the 10 Commandments. Okay, and They were all tired and all this other stuff because, our people have been wandering around because they kept bumping their heads. And Amalek attacked them. Who is Amalek? He's the grandson of Esau. That ancient perpetual hatred. Again, Exodus 17, 8 through 15. The Amalekites came and attacked the Israelites at Rephidim. Moses said to Joshua, "Choose some of our men and go out to fight the Amalekites. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the staff of the Most High in my hand." Joseph fought the Amalekites as Moses had ordered. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went to the top of the hill. As long as Moses held up his hands, the Israelites were winning. But whenever he lowered his hands, because he was getting tired, the Amalekites were winning. When Moses grew tired, they took a stone and put it under him and sat on and he sat on it. Aaron and Hur held his hands up, one on one side and one on the other, so that his hands remained steady, still, or till sunset. Verse 13. So Joshua overcame the Amalekites' army with the sword. Joshua and the men that he chose. Verse 14. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Write on a scroll as something to be remembered, and make sure that Joshua hears it, because I will completely blot out the name of Amalek, Edom, from under heaven." Moses built an altar and called it, "The Lord is my banner." Since before Esau and Jacob were born, they were at war in Rebekah's womb. Remember, Rebekah went and inquired of the Most High, and he told her, "In your womb are two nations." This ancient perpetual hatred has been going on since the Garden of Eden. And Esau and the other nations continue to go after the blood of the children of Israel in our distress. That is why these nations will be wiped the fuck out. No matter what excuse they come up with or lies about us, calling us a byword and a proverb. Everything these nations do, the other nations, they are adding their iniquities in the sight of the Most High. Amos 1, 3 through 12. Now, they're adding all of this iniquity, but we are in a time, Israel, where we have to grin it and bear it as best we can, because the Most High is the one. He said, "Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord." We have to allow him to do what he do, and let the fatness of the Gentile continue to rise. This world is absolutely nuts. And when he pulls us up out of here, it's going to be real nuts. Again, Amos 1, 3 through 12. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Damascus, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have threshed Gilead with threshing instruments of iron. But I will send a fire into the house of Hazael, which shall devour the places of Ben-Hadad. I will break also the bar of Damascus, and cut off the inhabitants from the plain of Avon, and him that holdeth the scepter from the house of Edom. And the people of Syria shall go into captivity unto Kir, saith the Most High. And we know Damascus is in Syria, Gaza, Palestine. The Gaza Strip, it runs across the border of Israel. And we got Tyre in here somewhere, Tyrus. You know how they always changing up their names. Tyrus is Lebanon. And I did a lesson about the Marine barracks being bombed back in, I believe it was 1983. And the biggest mistake that they did over there was they killed also some of the children of Israel. It doesn't matter that they don't know who they are, or they didn't know who they were. They're still children of Israel. And for a while we were not awakened to who we are, and we're waking up to who we are now. All the stuff that Edom did, they will be recompensed for. And he said he will utterly destroy Edom. And speaking of Tyre, you got Zidon in there. What is it? Joel 3 and 4. He said, Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of the Palestinians, or Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I render your recompense upon your own head. There's no way around the Most High's judgment. And these nations continue to build up their transgressions. Who can make straight what the Most High made crooked? None of us. I will break also, verse 5, I will break also the bar of Damascus and cut off the inhabitants from the plain of Avon, and him that holdeth the scepter from the house of Edom. Okay. Verse 6. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they carried away captive the whole captivity. What captivity? The children of Israel, to deliver them up to Edom. But I will send a fire on the wall of Gaza, which shall devour the places thereof. Verse 8. And I will cut off the inhabitants from Ashdod, and him that holdeth the scepter from Ashkelon. Goodness gracious. I'm tired. But, no sleep for the watchman. And I will turn mine hand against Akron, and the remnant of the Philistines shall perish, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom, and remembered not the brotherly covenant. All praise to the mighty Most High. But I will send a fire on the wall of Tyrus, which shall devour the places thereof. Damn, I already read this. We're doing it again. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they did pursue his brother. Because he did pursue his brother with the sword. They're still doing it. These cops, these judges, these lawyers, these politicians, and all these other organizations, these skinheads and all that other crap, they're continually pursuing the blood of the children of Israel. Okay. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. How they fed our babies to alligators, how they raped our women and our men, and they still continue to do that type of crap. They cast off all pity. They didn't care. And his anger did tear perpetually. See? Perpetual. That's ancient. And he kept his wrath forever. Edom is going to continue to come after us, children of Israel. That's just how it's going to be. But our job is to have no strife, no hate, no malice in our hearts. Because vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. All praise to the mighty Most High. Verse 12. But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the places of Bozrah. They hit, especially Edom. Obadiah 1. It depends on how these nations treat us. We don't go to them. No longer. Because we're coming out of our curses. We don't go to any other nations for teaching of our books. That is oppression. And Edom does not want to give up their rule over us. But the Most High is going to make them bow down to us, what's left of these nations. This is not racism. This is not hate, strife, and contention. Thus saith the Lord. And it amazes me how I see it all over the place. Our people are like, I can't believe racism is still going on. I can't believe they're going to, because we were delivered into the hands of our enemies. We're under duress. We still have to pay taxes, which is illegal. Everything in this world, land, water, you name it, was given by the mighty Most High in his generosity. But these beasts have us paying for everything but air. Obadiah 1:12 through 13. All they have to do is stop and do what they were commanded to do in the Garden of Eden. That wasn't commanded by Brother Deshaun. That was commanded by the Most High. The children of Israel were born upright. That doesn't mean that they don't stumble and fall. They get up, repent, and move on. But because of the dogs that tear in their natural ways, because they were made crooked, they come up with any kind of excuse there is to go after us. No let up, and there will be no let up until the Most High destroys their asses. Obadiah 1:12 through 13. You should not look down on your brother on the day of his disaster. What disaster? 70 AD, Psalm 83, when we fell and they went in there and they just went ham on us. Nor should you rejoice over the children of Judah in the day of their distress. You should not speak proudly in the day of their distress. Do not enter the gate of my people in the day of their disaster. Yes, you do not gloat over their misery in the day of their disaster. Yes, you do not loot their wealth in the day of their calamity. They did that shit anyway, didn't they? They sure did. And they continue to go after us this day. And all these nations, the Most High gave them a way out. He gave them a way out, but they won't take it. They have to bow down to us. Okay. Zechariah 1:13 through 15. And this ain't bragging. Thus saith the Most High. He breathed the breath of life into the children of Israel. He did not do so with any other nation. Zechariah 1:13 through 15. And the Lord answered the angel that talked with me with good words and comfortable words. So the angel that commanded or commuted with me said unto me, Cry thou, say, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I am jealous of Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy. Most High ain't got nothing to be jealous about, but we understand. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. They just living it up off of our backs. No let up. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. He was mad at Israel for just for a little while. put us into this humiliating captivity. And they, the other nations, took it and ran with it. In our pitiful state, and they continue to this day to trodden down the children of Israel and come up with excuses to do so. That's why most of this world, that's a big reason why most of this world is going to be destroyed. The other part is they are idolaters, worshiping something that didn't make shit. All praise and great glory to the mighty Most High, Him and Him alone. You know, all these nations that spoiled and continue to despise the children of Israel. This whole system of America is detestable and disgusting. All of these Western nations, to the four winds that the children of Israel have been sent to, these nations, not just because I say so, because of the Most High said so. The Most High has favorites, and they are the children of Israel. And very soon, this whole world is going to realize that when you sit in your car and you locking your doors when one of us walk by, or you clenching your purses when one of us walk by, and when you telleth and believeth a lie because you got to, you got to believe that, this motherfucker is this or this motherfucker is that. For 3 transgressions and for 4, I will not turn away from it. Thus saith the Most High. Israel, and to the stranger that is totally with us, the stranger that comes to us and doesn't think that they can hold our books over our heads. If nobody told you that they loved you today, Brother Deshaun would like to say that I love each and every one of you. Enjoy your Sabbath. Shalom.